Hello everybody and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. Fireball's not here because of this episode. Actually what happened was he got touched and then he decayed and he's probably never coming back. The end. On all seriousness, Fireball didn't want to be spoiled with today's episode because today we're taking a look at Shigaraki from My Hero Academia versus Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen. As far as how I know these two, it's quite interesting actually. I was made aware of some of the characters from My Hero, but I'm not really into My Hero Academia that much. I'm saying Jujutsu Kaisen is also a really fun show, and it has a lot of really cool characters. These two in particular, I don't really care about. I've seen Shigaraki's original design with all the hands, and I thought it was freaky the first time I saw it, but it also was kind of dumb. And Mahito, he's just plain old creepy. But he can be a little menacing at times, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun to see how these powers kind of clash with each other today. I've seen the sneak peeks and everything. You have Moro working on the animation, as well as Tom Cho coming back to voice Shigaraki, and Sean Chiplock coming in to voice Mahito. And all my friends lost shit over that. It's cool to have Mishima VA come in, and I say that because the reason I haven't been making videos is because I've been playing Persona 5 Royal, which has consumed a lot of my time. I don't have a problem, I swear. Anyway, who do I think is going to win between these two? Over on Lads, I'm very confident in Shigaraki, primarily because these two have to kind of touch each other for their powers to work, and I just don't see Mahito being able to touch Shigaraki, like at all. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. And this could be a case where Bill knows something that we didn't know. But with that out of the way, let's get into the video. I mean, hot damn.
Shigaraki versus Mahito. The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
Quite an intro. You can tell that the writing's gonna be better for the show based off these intros, though.
Who would win a death battle?
Like, I genuinely appreciate them.
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
Yay!
Sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Boo!
Beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent super.
Oh, he's 21.
Quirk.
Interesting.
Wasn't something cool like
League of Legends and Smash Bros. Player. So this is Kira and Fireball if they fused, basically.
Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Yay.
Wandered the streets
Sort of.
alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one.
That's a
Greatest supervillain in history.
understatement.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his League of Villains in destroying hero society.
With
Yeah.
Came a new name. Tomura Shigaraki. And an absolutely nightmarish quirk. Decay. It
Yay.
does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who just
Fear
wants
aura,
to
reactive
destroy.
evolution.
Pretty menacing, if not for that dorky ass costume.
True, the costume's stupid.
But come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands.
Yeah, from what May told me, Shigaraki's really messed up.
Attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
Owie.
His use of decay started off relatively weak. It rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Well, as most heroes probably do.
He's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying.
Okay, Mate did talk about this too.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything.
Is it miasma or miasma? I was always told miasma.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years
Shit.
of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was
Yeah,
a
from what I...
terrible leader.
Yeah, he's not
Short-sighted
very good
and, well,
at leading.
Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines
Damn.
like a baby when things don't go his kind of guy who would say normie in real life, in front of normies.
But they say defeat
Okay.
is the greatest teacher of all. Only through struggle could Shigaraki manifest his dark conviction.
Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was
Hello again,
on his
Deku.
own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All for One double KO'd each other, leaving
Ouch.
Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped
So
up.
that's kind of cool at how parallel Shigaraki and Deku are.
For a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front.
The what?
Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
Oh,
All to impress All for One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko, who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's. It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from
That does look
Chud
kinda
to
brutal.
Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an
Oh.
island-sized hole in a
oh
cloud
yeah, this thing, which I
2,000
got,
miles into the sky.
told us from the
Calculated
movie.
that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT.
Good
Almost
episode,
as much
Deku
as the
versus last
meteor
time.
that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's
Kinda
tough enough
nuts.
to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch.
What?
A new name
What?
for my penis. Storm. Anyway, it also made a blast.
I thought he was gonna
Shoot
say
him
righteous
against the
indignation, but I don't think he
curvature
did.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So
Ouch.
Hands became. Oh shit! More hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence,
Ew.
seemingly motions of it in an instant.
Okay,
whenever he
I didn't know
wants.
this
He can
much.
even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But
Ooh.
that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All for One, so what better way
Yeah.
than the old man's quirk?
All for One's quirk, All for One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And
Yowie.
has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit.
Okay.
A vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges
Alrighty.
came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
Yeah, Shigaraki's got a lot of shit.
Combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also
Okay.
sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All for One's vestige, that means All for One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's
Brutal.
entire existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's grandmother.
Oh, that's
Oof.
a mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated
yeah.
Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose. To create a
Oh,
soul
I
so
get the name.
corrupted, it would
Ha.
eat away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All for One to take full control.
But All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Despite
Okay.
Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki
The
was
end.
was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that
Ouchie.
one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life. The one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
That's kind of a touching ending to
His name
that
was sponsored
analysis.
by Robin Hood.
Ever since
Mahito.
he slew his brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
But what if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming, over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle?
Well, then you'd have
Yeah.
a special grade curse with a patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Yeah,
is
Mahito, not
one of the
Mojito.
deadliest to ever affect
I've heard that
mankind.
joke a lot.
He's no mere mortal, though,
A
but
few months old,
cursed
technically.
spirit.
He just
Mere
doesn't
mortal
look like
spirits
it.
Exist, weaker or stronger, depending on the amount of
Oh yeah,
anxiety,
the true
stress,
person
hundreds of
fact. I
feelings
learned that from
humans
Bill,
feel
oddly
about
enough.
them.
Like the fear of locusts, kinda weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger. Or the fear of fire. Ooh,
So they
it
grow in
reminds
power.
of you.
I think I brought this up with Gojo Makima, but basically, the more powerful the phobia, the more powerful the
Those
curse.
negative
Basically,
emotions
I think is
manifest
how this
as
works.
Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy.
Evil
can be
ki
used
is
to
one
make
way to
spirits
say it.
be stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible, making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes
Okay.
cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage.
I say okay because I think that's a problem for Shigaraki we didn't bring up.
Be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex. That's why you need a jujitsu
My ex
sorcerer
gets hit
to
by
come in and
sandstorm,
zap
dead.
the shit out of 'em. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito is special.
Because
You see, most
the influence
curses
doesn't
are
spread.
basically dumb animals. But Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more
Surprisingly.
frightening intelligence and bloodlust. Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic
Philosophy, the scariest weapon known to curses.
Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball. If nothing matters,
He likes to have fun,
wouldn't
basically.
slaughter. Really get your steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy considering his curse technique, idle transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul
Whoa.
with just a touch, including
These edits, man, these edits are
He's
just
so good at
really
manipulating his
cool.
own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection.
Yeah.
What happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he wants. Like Play-Doh, he can turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish,
Yeah.
form his body around
He really is like a Play-Doh or like
Sorcerers are
a.
naturally unharmed by their own ability.
I think
Should
it's
he
Joey
touch a
from-
human, though, his alterations
from
to their
Poppy's
body
Playtime.
are instantly fatal.
Ew.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
All that
Yeah.
with one touch. God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats
Okay.
humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even
He's
more
a maniac,
twisted is when he
but people
combines
love
two
him.
Transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity, essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mahito is unbelievably
That'd be the
creative
worst
with
train
his
ride
application
ever.
of idle transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this
Yeah,
card
owie.
become mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. It's no surprise
Yeah.
then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the domain expansion.
Oh shit! More hands. Hurricane is like a
I was about to say they
burst
gave Wiz an echo on that. That's kind of neat.
Mahito can use idle transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment.
So it's kind of like Shigaraki's long-range decay.
Expression of
Gotcha.
Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him.
The king of curses, Sukuna.
Which meant
Yep.
Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass, forcing Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his pink-haired menace.
Yuji's belief
Brutality.
in the value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless. So he made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him, murdering his
Good
friends,
luck.
defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito
Yowie.
can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form.
And y'all thought Akira had messed up body transformations. No, meet Mahito, everybody.
Exoskeleton and arm blades. This was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into. A true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch. And what do you
Chicken.
know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For
Oh,
him,
yowie.
but Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory. The
Well,
destruction of
congrats,
man's
I
human
guess?
soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
Yowie wowie.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
More like it's time for a game of tag. So I think I'm still correct in saying Shigaraki is faster than Mahito, so it's unlikely Mahito can, like, directly touch him. It's going to come down to domain expansion, I think, which is, like, effective, certainly. And Shigaraki's going to have a hard time killing Mahito for good. But could he theoretically absorb curse energy with one for all? Because, like, quirks are like a life energy, or like based off like real life rather than magic. So maybe Shigaraki can absorb Mahito's abilities that way and take Mahito out like that. It's just that I logically can't see how Mahito puts down Shigaraki, whereas Shigaraki's faster, so it's unlikely he's going to be tagged by anything Mahito's got. Plus, I think all the absurd quirks are just going to be keeping Mahito constantly on the back foot, so he's not going to have time to regroup and everything. I think I'm still sticking with Shigaraki. I think he might be able to absorb cursed energy thanks to one for all. I could be wrong about that. But I do think he's faster, and I think the strength feat that they compared to the one we saw for Jogo is better. So I'm gonna stick with Shigaraki, but let's see what we got in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah. Moral's like, I'll make casualties happen. Why not? Damn.
Heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts? My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me. Do I want to be king of the social
I hear
rejects?
some lyrics in the background. That's
How
cool.
about I bring him your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition. Sickum.
Ooh. Tom Schultz sounds really good as Shigaraki, I think. Goodbye. I can totally see someone. Oh. And they're gone. Ew. The detail, damn.
Should we just say that?
God, how lame.
Owie. Youch.
Audition over.
Did I get the part?
Did I get the part, he says. Hands. There's a... Right in the face. Owie. Oh, that is a really cool... Moro's really doing phenomenal work with how these two can look with transformations. Hot damn. Foot!
That all you got?
Damn.
Domain expansion.
How nonchalant.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem.
Ouch.
Grow up.
That laugh.
Hands off my masterpiece.
They actually put All for One in this. That's kind of cool.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way. Totally.
There he goes.
I hate them for a reason.
The dialogue. Ugh.
You grow up.
Damn. Yep, figured.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why
Yeah.
we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito?
Maybe.
It's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and
Okay.
Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios.
That is
And
very
with the
fair.
Surge quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This
Yeah, I
was
feel like-
no contest. Despite the disaster
Yeah, I
curses
feel like
being able to destroy
if he
entire
couldn't see
cities
Mahito
with
at all,
cursed
then
energy,
Mahito probably would have won
Shigaraki's
anyway.
skill in Deku and Bakugo meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He was faster too. Considering
Yeah,
he
that
had
much was
light
obvious.
beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super
Fair.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Which presents
That's
a
very
crucial
fair.
question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years.
Yeah.
None that we know of could properly kill a curse. That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idle transfiguration. The
That's
fact that Mahito
very
could
fair,
not
actually.
Avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities inside of him. Sure, each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay. Especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito
That's
may be
fair.
made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge.
Yep, that makes complete sense. And Jesus Christ, Mahito stood absolutely no chance besides regen.
Deadly Decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura.
Class for Shigaraki. Alright, what's next?
Next time on Death Battle.
Rip and tear, baby! It's time for Doomslayer and Master Chief.
Subscribe
Hell yeah!
and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Alrighty. Let's talk about this episode. The editing is definitely the hardest carry for this episode, and I love the ending of Shigaraki's analysis. That fight was really well done by Moore with the transformations. I want to hear more of that soundtrack, so hopefully that comes out this weekend. Pretty good fight, and pretty much the conclusion was kind of what we talked about. Unless you're Bill, and then you were 100% wrong. But I can understand why Bill would think Mahito would win, especially with the whole, like, how could Shigaraki technically kill Mahito of Mahito's curse being and whatnot. Because I feel like if Shigaraki couldn't see him, once again, then Mahito would probably win the episode. There's no denying that. But hey, I'm glad to have been right. Pretty fun fight. Tom Scholk, phenomenal job with Shigaraki, and Sean did pretty solid with Mahito. Pretty solid. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe this episode. As we decay from one episode and rip and tear into next time, the rematch of Master Chief and Doom Guy. Or should I say Doom Slayer? This one's a lot of fun. This was the rematch I voted for the Kickstarter. It's the most deserving rematch out of the options we had. And given all the material that these two have, there's a lot they can do with this, and I genuinely am excited for this one. As for what I think is going to happen in that episode, I think right now my gut is telling me to pick Doomslayer, mostly for the Arsenal sake, but we'll see what happens. I'm really looking forward to next time, because next time it's going to be like a fun gunfight, and we haven't had like a real like gunfight in such a long time, it feels like. But hey, what do you folks think of the episode? Thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments down below what you thought of Shigaraki versus Mahito, and who do you got in Master Chief versus Doomslayer? Thank you folks for watching. I love reading your comments, and I will see you all.
You don't want none.